Welcome back to Crypto Front. This is the front line where we are fighting together side by side for financial freedom. Let's go ahead and take a look at ZEBEC, because really over the last few days, the price has been moving towards the downside and has got a lot of people worried that, okay, I think we are seeing other altcoins really doing great over the last few days, but ZEBEC is doing quite the opposite there. I think there is a very clear and simple explanation as to what is happening, because if you just remember, like when ZEBEC was pumping, pretty much the rest of the market was dead. So it quickly moved way before everything else. And I want to believe that there was some profit taking that happened right here and a bit of rotation into other altcoins. And I think this is not going to be a phenomenon that really stays forever, because I think, and I'm hoping, my fingers are definitely crossed, that we're going into a phase in which we're going to be seeing a lot of altcoins really reaping towards the upside, including ZEBEC as well. I mean, it has moved earlier than everybody else, but I think that this move that it has done over the last, weeks, or maybe the last month, we can say, is really just far from over. So we'll take a look at that. I'll show you what's what here, the data, and where I'm going to be looking to buy more ZEBEC. If the price continues to pull back a little bit, there are some very clear support levels by there, which can be very much advantageous if you happen to catch them nice and easy. Now, before we start, I want to kindly ask you to help me spread the video by delicately tapping the like button. It really helps the YouTube algorithm in understanding that, yes, this video may be short and straight to the point, but it is exactly what the community needs at this point. So if you're new to the channel, please subscribe, because I do TA on ZEBEC and a number of other different altcoins on a regular basis. I haven't made a ZEBEC video in like 2 weeks or something like that. I had to travel. Then after that, when I came back, I was super sick. I think you can still tell from my voice that I still have got a sore throat, but let's push this video through. And what we are seeing here is that, of course, yes, we're looking at this cup and handle formation before the huge rise. I'm super glad that we were able to ride this wave towards the upside. And you can see that ever since we have reached the top right there of the target, we are beginning to pull back a little bit. Now, the question becomes, how low can this whole thing go? And is the move going to continue? I think there is ample evidence to suggest that we are not even yet done. You can see this is the last, drawing that I was making in my last update, saying that we can expect some kind of a pullback right there. I have two buying points, which I think one of them is really getting super close. As you can see here, that before I left, I had drawn this horizontal support that you can see. I'll quote the numbers real fast, and for the top support, by the way, we're looking at 0.0036, and then we can also look at the lower part here as 0.0033. So that's very much clear. I think it's something that is very much feasible and can happen immediate short term. It just takes a week for the downside, and then the price really starts pushing again. So this is something that I consider to be a support. As you can see that this was previous all-time high here, at least for ZEBEC. When it shifted from ZBC to ZBCN, this was the higher price that it ever got into, right? So this can be an obvious area of support. However, for one reason or the other, if there's still some kind of weakness in the market, I think we can also expect a lowest level of right around 0.0022 here for ZEBEC. Or this is like really down there for a lot of people. But what I've just learned to say in this market is never to say never, because I've been proven wrong for a lot of time. So there will just be a buying order down here, or maybe one other one, right around 0.003, I would say. Just let it sit there in case the price drops a little bit and comes there. That is definitely an area to consider placing a buy order. But I think you can see that the move is not yet done here, because if we maybe want to take a look at our Elliott impulse waves, we can say from the very bottom right there is wave 1, this is wave 2, now this is wave 3. If we get back to this support right there, we can still consider this to be wave 4, and then it means that there is still a missing wave in here. I'll quote the price target in a bit, but I also wanted to make sure that even the second level of support that we are looking at right around like 0.0022, still in terms of the Elliott wave theory, you necessarily wouldn't have broken any rule, because you can see that still your wave 3 is still going above wave 1, so that's still good as well. So it's something that I have at the back of the mind, and when it eventually happens, I don't want to be surprised. But I think we can just go ahead with the previous all-time high here as well, and that will be good enough. Let's go ahead and take a look at the bigger price targets that we are looking for here for ZEBEC, and it's very much clear, right? I've been targeting the full Fibonacci extension level here and saying that, look, we were at 70 million back then. Remember, we were saying that, look, I think we can reach $1 billion in terms of like the market cap of ZEBEC. But I think that's almost an underestimate right at this point, because it's gonna be big in my humble opinion. I was actually watching an ad which I'll show you in a bit, but let's just go ahead like super conservative, right? We're looking at the full Fibonacci extension here, which would say maybe our fifth wave is going to be coming to. And from where the price is currently sitting, I would say that that is somewhere around 270%. That's not much, to be honest. But if you would happen to go ahead and catch it much lower on that main support level that we were talking about, I think you were expecting somewhere above, you know, 300% or something like that. That's still good. I mean, obviously in crypto, we are spoiled and we only accept something if it is a 10x or something like that, right? So currently ZEBEC is sitting at a market cap of right around 330 million. For you to get a 10x here, you now need something like $3.3 billion, right? Which is something that is very much feasible. I mean, we are talking about an altcoin that the biggest investor is Coinbase, and the altcoin is not even yet listed on Coinbase. I mean, eventually when that happens, I think reaching, you know, this kind of market caps it's gonna be very easy. However, for me personally, I had a price target right from the beginning when we were way below $1 billion, and I would say that that is right around 1.36 cents, the first major target that I have there on ZEBEC. Until that is realized, I think, you know, we can start talking about, you know, way even higher price targets. Maybe we are talking about 5 cents, whatever the case, that, you know, which I will definitely be reassessing the situation once we get there. But for now, I think that it's much more of me looking at the market once again, saying, okay, where exactly can I buy ZEBEC? I think this level here is the previous all-time high, is a good area of buying. And then of course, if this happens to break, that's going to be a little bit of a sad moment right there. But personally, I know what's coming here for ZEBEC, so I can also target the next level of support there, so that eventually when you're rising towards the upside, you can even get as high as 650% towards the upside. Right there. Earlier today, the ZEBEC team was posting a video on their X page, and the ad actually looks great, and this is what you call mass adoption. I mean, take a look at this ad. It's really, really cool.
Life's best moments, they're now or never. Unscripted, unforgettable. They don't wait for later, but often your earned money does. Trapped by traditional pay cycles. That delay, it's more than inconvenient. It's a memory that didn't happen. It's time to change that. With ZEBEC, stream your earnings in real time. Your money in your account as you earn it, instantly, so you can live life unpaused. Say yes to today. Be there for what truly matters right now. ZEBEC Real-Time Pay, for real life in real time.
That is quite powerful actually, and as long as they put out things like this, people are gonna be like, okay, what is this ZEBEC network thing, right? Or even companies are gonna be looking at it. Okay, real-time pay settlements, I think it's something that is gonna be revolutionizing payments, and the more eyeballs it gets, that also translates to price action, in my humble opinion. So we'll see what eventually happens by that. Before I go, let me encourage you to go ahead and check the link that is in the description, which leads you to Wix. I think you can go ahead and claim up to $30,000 in terms of USDT futures and bonus. Also go ahead and check this campaign that Blowfin is having. The link once again is in the description. I want to thank you so much for watching the video. If you could, please delicately tap the like button, share the video with your friends and family. I'll see you on the next one. Take good care of yourselves. Bye bye.